That drive for the Panthers, a 24-yard run by the Panthers junior tailback Jasmine Trammell. Trammell, a 6-foot, 165-pounder, plants backfield all juniors. It certainly gives head coach Roland Acosta some good feelings for the future because the Plant Panthers just pushed one in against one of the better teams here in Hillsborough County. 7-6 is our score, 2:24 remaining here in the first quarter. Terriers will get the ball back following the kickoff from Thompson. Deep to receive it for Hillsborough is Derek Edmonds. He will stand back near the goal line. It's interesting, Jeff, last series for Hillsborough we did not see Mo Harris. Dexter Battle was the tailback. Let's see if Harris comes back in the game on this next series for Hillsborough.
Coach Garcia has switched him in the last few games, trying to rest his ankle, I think, a little bit and just use him in spurts.
And Thompson will knock it all the way out of the end zone, so the Terriers will once again have to start from their 20. That's the way they opened the game, and we do see Mo Harris coming back onto the field for the Terriers, so Harris will undoubtedly line up as the tailback. Quarterback once again for Hillsborough, Nakia Langston. Langston does not throw the ball very often for the Terriers. When he does, though, he's not too bad. 23 out of 55, 314 yards, 1 touchdown, and 5 interceptions. Langston will bring his team out. He'll have Battle as the fullback and Harris the tailback in the eye. First down, 10 yards to go now for Hillsborough. Langston will drop, wants to put it up right away. There's the pass complete. And getting a first down for the Terriers on that play is the wide receiver far side for Hillsborough. We'll get his number for you as he gets up amidst a host of black jerseys. There he is, making the catch with Darius Clark. Good play that time by Clark, and a first down it looks like, or very close to a first down for Hillsborough.
Clark is Langston's main go-to man. Makes a lot of catches for him right here. You mentioned that Langston doesn't throw the ball a lot, but he can, and he definitely can.
9 yards on the play, second down, a yard to go now for Hillsborough following the 9-yard completion to Darius Clark. Langston will give the ball to the fullback. That's Battle. He'll push his way through, and he'll get the first down out to the 35-yard line. On the stop for the Panthers that time, Montelio Hobley, this 5'11", 225-pound senior. So a first down now for Hillsborough, 1st and 10. 1:40 to go, first quarter. The Plant Panthers leading the Terriers 7-6. A mild upset in the making here at Dad Stadium, but obviously still a long, long way to go. Hillsborough lines up in the eye on 1st and 10. Langston will pitch it to Harris. Harris cuts inside, fights off one tackler, but then is hit by a host of Panthers, and he'll barely get back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, all of a sudden, Jeff, the momentum of this thing has just turned around.
Well, that looked like it had big play possibilities, and I don't know if it was Dexter Battle's man, but he let the outside linebacker run right past him, and he dropped Mo Harris in his tracks.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10 yards to go now for the Terriers. Coming out wide left for Hillsborough's Rodney Lang. Darius Clark wide right. And boy, you see right there, host of Panthers, Chad Thompson leading the way on the tackle. Second down and 10. The fake pitch this time. The ball is kept by Langston. He's got some room right side. Langston's got the first down into Plant territory. Finally run out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Nice fake that time by Langston.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you have that great of a potent running attack, it ends up opening up everything else on your offense. And you know, when they're so powerful with Mo Harris and Dexter Battle and the rest, and then all of a sudden they fake it to them, opens up a big hole for Langston around the right side. And it was a nice fake.
1st and 10 now for the Terriers. The ball in Plant territory at the 47-yard line. 42 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 7-6 in favor of Plant. This is Harris, tries to go up the middle. He is cracked hard right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe lunges forward for a yard. Meeting him head on was Joe Medulla, 5'10", 177-pound junior, and that was just one head against another.
Yeah, he hit him squared up, and he had a couple of guys with him. They're doing a good job of getting hats on the ball. They're not just doing it, one at a time, which a lot of teams get in trouble doing. They're using team techniques here.
Second down and 8 yards to go now for the Terriers. The ball at Plant's 47-yard line. Wide outs to both sides, I formation, Harris to tailback. Langston drops, wants to throw. Pass will be incomplete, almost intercepted out there by the Panthers. He was looking for Darius Clark, but a near miss that time, and that was not a good pass by Langston.
It wasn't. He he would look like he was playing games in the backfield, trying to look off, trying to pump fake, and he came back without really looking to where Darius Clark went. He just went ahead and threw the football. That can get you into big time trouble, as it almost did right there.
3rd down, 8 yards to go. 2 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Final play of the period coming up. And a big 3rd down play it is for Hillsborough. Double wideouts left side this time for the Terriers. Langston drops, wants to throw, rolls that way, gonna look across the middle. Pass is complete to Darius Clark, and he will be close to a 1st down. We'll have to see where the spot is. Making the play was Brian Funk, the free safety for the Panthers, and a 1st down it looks like it will be for the Terriers.
Yeah, they gave him a real nice spot, and it's definitely a 1st down. And now they're gonna switch sides and see if anything can change for either one of these teams.
And we have come to the end of the first period here at Dad Stadium. It's 7-6 in favor of that team right there, the Plant Panthers. Plant coming in only 1-3, but right now you can see they're pretty fired up. They're playing very well against the Hillsborough Terriers. A non-district game, keep in mind, so this game really doesn't hurt anyone. This is the game that used to be played on Thanksgiving Day every year here in Hillsborough County for many, many years. Of course, nowadays, Thanksgiving is well into the playoffs. And this year, Jeff, with 2 teams from the districts making the playoffs, it gives everybody a much better chance to keep going during the season.
Oh, I think that's the only way to do it. You know, you want to get as many kids fired up about making the playoffs as possible. And you see Nicky Langston come over here, set his feet, and throw the ball right in there to Darius Clark. As I said, Clark's his man. He goes to him all the time, and Clark is a big playmaker.
So a 1st down now for the Terriers. A ball at Plant's 36-yard line as we get set to start play here in the second quarter at Dad Stadium. Dexter Battle now, the tailback in the eye for the Terriers. Little movement by Plant. Now let's see who's going to be called. Terriers think it's going to be on Plant, and let's see if in fact it is. We get the call from referee Tom Powers. And it is offside against the Panthers.
I think Coach Garcia just goes ahead and switches Mo Harrison each series. Just gives the guys a break, and then you get Dexter Battle, the big, strong guy, pounding away, and then you bring in quick Mo Harris, and you get the 2 dimensions.
And we can watch a little flinch in the line there for the Panthers. You can see jumped over, crossed into the neutral zone, and that cost the Panthers 5 yards. 1st and 5 for the Terriers. The ball given to the fullback. That is Martin Marvin, and he will gain about 2 yards. 6'1", 180-pound senior, and he kind of gets lost in the shuffle here between Harris and Battle. He's a pretty good little player himself.
He sure is. He makes a lot of big plays. He just got his feet tangled up right there, or else he was gone.
2-yard gain on the play by Marvin Martin. So it will bring up 2nd down and about 5 yards ago. And you can see right there, he was about 1 shoelace away from making a big play. Martin once again is the fullback, and Battle the tailback in the eye on 2nd down and 4. Langston drops, comes across the middle, incomplete. Almost picked off out there by Chad Thompson. Good effort by Thompson on the play.
Bad for the Panthers. Thompson's limping around. He's their outstanding kicker, so hopefully he'll just jog that baby off. Langston gets himself in trouble a few times here when they run so many timing routes that he just expects a guy to be in a certain spot and throws it to that spot. But sometimes if there's a defender in the way, it makes for big trouble.
3rd down and 4 yards to go now for the Terriers. Langston will pitch it to Battle. Battle with some room, but dragged down from behind. I don't think he's going to get the 1st down. In on the play and making the tackle for Plant was Frank Lanier. And now the Terriers will be faced with 4th down, and it looks like we may have an injured Panther on the field. Tim Rogers down for Plant.
I'll tell you, Plant's got to be happy about this. They got a penalty on the first play. It had 1st and 5 yards to go, and they've got him at 4th and a long yard here, so they've got to be feeling good about themselves.
And Jeff, I would think this has got to be 2-down territory for Hillsborough. I would think they got to go for it here on 4th and a yard and a half.
Well, if Terrell was kicking, they might go ahead and try the field goal because he's got good range. But with just, not trying to say anything bad about the guy that's kicking now, but it's just that the confidence level of the team and everything else, they can go ahead and with their running attack, go ahead and punch it in from here.
And you can see right there they are attending to the injured Plant Panther Tim Rogers, a 5'7", 155-pound senior, down on the field. And we'll get a chance to see if we can figure out exactly what happened to Rogers here on the pass. Oh, that was knocked down there. That was the play by Thompson, in which Thompson almost made the interception for the Plant Panthers. And you can see they're still working on Rogers down there. And let's hope he's okay. Looks like he's moving around, so that's a good sign. And this is the run here. And let's see, there's Battle now. You can see him getting dragged down. And it looks like right there on the far left side, you can see him go down, Jeff. Looks like he might have got his leg caught or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. The guys came rolling over, and they just landed on his leg. And you never know what can happen underneath a pile like that.
So when play resumes, it'll be 4th down and a long one. It looks like they're going to say officially 2 yards for the first down here for Hillsborough. 11:08 remaining in the first half at Dad Stadium. Our score is 7-6 in favor of the Plant Panthers. Mo Harris got Hillsborough on the board with a 1-yard run. Plant countered with a 2-yard touchdown run by Kevin Kane. The extra point was no good for Hillsborough and was good by Chad Thompson for Plant. That's the difference in the ball game as you see our score. And you also a moment ago saw Tim Rogers being helped off the field. So 4th down and 2 yards to go. The Terriers are going to go for it. Big play for the Plant defense and the Hillsborough offense. Langston will give it to Battle. Battle met by Thompson, but he's going to drag Thompson ahead, and he'll get the first down for Hillsborough. And right there, Jeff, just the strength of Dexter Battle.
Strength of Dexter Battle and the strength of the offensive line, and that's the kind of stuff. Those are the kind of situations that Coach Acosta does not want to be in, because he knows he is outsized. He knows his kids have got big heart, but sometimes that's just not good enough when you've got 50 pounds. You see, who is it? T. Jones. He's 325 pounds, and it makes it a little bit tough sometimes.
And we've got another timeout on the field here at Dad Stadium. Another Panther is injured, and this is something that when you have a small squad like Plant does, Jeff, you can ill afford. Head coach Roland Acosta with only 35 players suited up tonight, and we know that Rogers is going down now, and we see another Panther injured on the field. Have to check out and see if he's okay. Looks like that's Chad Thompson, and maybe that was the injury he had earlier. He's slowly walking off here, Jeff, and let's hope he's all right. You can see him coming off now. And a good look at some of the folks here tonight, the Plant High School Panther cheerleaders. Good crowd on hand here at Dad Stadium for this annual game between Hillsborough and Plant, the oldest rivalry in Hillsborough County. 1st and 10 now from the 23-yard line. Langston will hand the ball to Battle. Battle hit in the backfield, spins loose from one, and is dragged down after picking up a couple of yards. And I tell you what, Jeff, he gets hit, but he stays on his feet very well.
You know, for a big kid, he really has nice balance. And you see it on that play in particular. He spun around with a guy on him, and he still kept his balance and kept pushing forward. Penalty's going to go and bring it back.
And you can see there the spin by Battle got a couple of yards, but the holding penalty against Hillsborough will march it back against the Terriers. It'll cost them 10. Bring up a 1st down and 20 for Hillsborough with 10:29 remaining here in the first half at Dad Stadium. A 7-6 score in favor of the Panthers over Hillsborough. Right now you could say it's an upset in the making, but again, we remind you a long, long way to go. And when you have an offense as explosive as Hillsborough, boy, this thing could just happen anytime.
Yeah, that's true, because they've just got big play people in different positions, and you can never count them out.
Ball is spotted back at the 34-yard line. Terriers need to get to the 14 to get a 1st down. 1st down and 20 yards to go. Quarterback is Nicky Langston. And he'll give the ball to Mo Harris. Little hole for Harris. He makes a lot out of a little, and he'll get about 5 or 6 before finally being dragged down by Paul DeAngelis, 5'9", 145-pound senior.
They've got Mo Harris and Dexter Battle in the same backfield for the first time tonight. And that is an explosive combination.
Hillsborough getting serious here now, as you can see. I thought he was going to be stopped right there. Boy, he just finds the holes.
He really runs through arm tackles too, and that's what good running backs do. Just don't get pulled down by the arm tackles and just keep on going.
Harris unofficially 80 yards and 6 carries so far for Hillsborough. Langston will drop the throw on 2nd and long. Pass will be complete to Clark. Clark eludes one and eludes another with a big move. And Darius Clark gets it down very, very close to a 1st down. And a fumble, and Plant's going to come up with a ball. Plant is going to recover the football on the fumble. Darius Clark couldn't hold on. Montello Hobley was the guy who came out with a ball, and what a big break for Plant.
Big break. Clark, their big play receiver, makes a big play here, and then also makes a big mistake. and Plant's going to have to take advantage of these kind of mistakes to stay in this football game and go home with a victory.
Marcus Hopkins was the guy who made the initial hit for Plant, caused the fumble, and he came off a little gingerly himself. So they're kind of dropping like flies on the Plant sideline, but the Panthers are doing a lot of things well. Right here you can see a great move by Clark, but boy, when he got hit, he got hit.
He sure did. He was already wrapped up and then got nailed by number 43.
Korn will give the ball off to Trammell on the first offensive play for Plant. He'll punch it out to about the 14-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7 yards to go for Plant. Boy, the Panthers right now got to feel really good because their defense came up with a big play when you needed it. It looked like Hillsborough was going to get in and score.
Really, they were doing a real good job on offense, and going to Plant's offense here, I'm real happy with what they're doing. They're being diverse. They're running inside, outside, and some nice little play-action passes. So they're doing some nice things.
Korn gives the ball to the fullback, but the Terriers figured that one out quickly and stopped for no gain at all on the play. And running for the first time today, Philip Benito. He'll bring up 3rd down now and about 12 yards to go for a Panther first down, or 3rd and 8 rather. And this was just a good play by Hillsborough. They figured this one out quick.
Yeah, straight ahead running is going to be hard for them with the size disadvantage.
So let's see if the Panthers go upstairs now on 3rd down and 8 yards to go. They are buried pretty far in their own territory. Ball at the 13-yard line. Split backfield for Trey Korn. Korn will fake. He keeps it, going to flood to his left. He's got trouble, and he's going to be dragged down. Ball is loose on the ground. Benoit has it for Hillsborough, and let's see if the Terriers get it back. Did he go into the end zone? No. The referee, Tom Power, says he recovers at about the 2-yard line, and it will be Hillsborough ball, but there is also a flag on the play, but it came right at the end. So let's see what it is. And that's going to be against Plant, it looks like.
Trey Korn made a really, really big mistake here. And what it is it's an inexperience. He came out on the rollout and didn't really have anywhere to go with it. Here comes the replay. He comes out here, and there's really nobody open. There's nowhere to go with it. But here he goes. He sort of throws the ball forward so that he won't take a safety. But all there are Hillsborough Terriers standing there right there to get the ball.
Marvin Martin was the guy who made the play, and now let's see. I think they're going to give the ball back to Plant. Let's check. No, they're not. I don't think so. No signal yet.
It was the fumble that I was talking about.
They are. They're going to give it back to Plant. Trey Korn's coming back out on the field. So Plant's going to get it back, and all we can figure out is that there must have been a fumble at the end of the play after Hillsborough had recovered it. Well, the ruling was intentional grounding, so that means the play is dead, and there's no fumble. So Plant gets the ball, and they're going to have to kick it away.
Because what I picked out was I called it an intentional fumble, not an intentional grounding, but that's what the referee called it because he did try to get rid of it himself. And because of that, they're saying that he tried to get rid of it, and being that, it's an intentional grounding because he's the quarterback.
And really a big play that time for Plant, and a big break. Miles will punt from the back of his own end zone. The ball is at the 1-yard line. And the ball is snapped right over his head, and that's going to be a safety for Hillsborough. And the Terriers go back out on top 8-7. Boy, that's the last thing in the world you wanted if you were Plant.
Well, you know, the play before, it was going to be safety if Korn wouldn't have intentionally grounded the ball. It would have been a safety because he was in the end zone when he tried to throw it out. So now the ball goes over his head, and it really is. Well,
you can see the ball was at the 1, and it almost looked like maybe they took the safety.
It's not a bad move here early in the game. Of course, you never want to give up points to put yourself behind. You never want to do that. But here, early in the game, it's still the first half. You might want to do that to give yourself field position. Instead of giving them the ball in really good field position by punting off out of your 1-yard line, now you get the ball out maybe to the other side of the field and make them drive the football.
So the Panthers will have a free kick from their own 20-yard line following the safety with 8:06 to go here in the first half. And on that big play where Trey Korn was knocked down and lost the ball near the end zone, the call was intentional grounding on Korn. We can only assume the Panthers were penalized a half-yard back to the half-yard line. Then came the punt that never took off because of the high snap. And now it is 8-7. Hillsborough back out on top with the 2-point safety. And the Panthers will kick it away. Chad Thompson will tee it up. On this play, you have your option. You can punt it or you can place kick it, and it looks like Thompson has elected to place kick it here for Plant. So the Terriers will get it back, and they will do so with the lead here with 8:06 to go in the first half. Thompson ready to go. The left footer booms it downfield, and he hits it real well. Hillsborough will field it at the 17-yard line with the ball there is Edmonds. Edmonds coming right side, and he tucks the ball in, gets it out to the 45-yard line. So not bad field position for Hillsborough on that play. A 28-yard return by Derek Edmonds.
Not bad field position. They got a real nice return on that.
So a 1st and 10 now for Hillsborough. Langston back in, Battle also in. Looks like Battle will be the tailback in this series for the Terriers. Clark will split out wide to the left side. He has been Hillsborough's primary receiver tonight. And also now Mo Harris back in the game. He will be the tailback. Battle will line up as the fullback in the I. Langston wants to drop the throw. Going to go to Clark there on the left side. Clark with a catch. And he is ridden down before he gets to the first down. Chad Thompson makes the hit for Plant, but initial first stop by Marcus Hopkins.
Darius Clark. Keep saying his name because that's who Nicky Langston really likes to go to. Rodney Lang is the other starting wideout. You don't hear his name a lot. He can catch the ball and make big plays too, but he likes to throw out to the weak side to Clark, and that's the only guy that's caught a ball tonight from Langston.
Unofficially now Langston 3 for 5 for 25 yards, and Clark has all of the catches, as Jeff mentioned. 2nd and 5 now for the Terriers. Once again, the I backfield, Mo Harris the tailback, Dexter Battle the fullback, as the clock ticks down towards the 7-minute mark here in the first half. Ball will be given to Battle, and he is going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage by the center of that Plant defense. Battle will get maybe a yard, and that's all. You can see him unpile there. Good job by the middle of that Plant defense. And again, Jeff, you like to see that from Plant because they are outweighed a little bit, and they're hanging in there.
Oh, yeah. After that first series, I was really afraid we were just going to see Hillsborough run up and down the field, but they've really shorted up, and they're playing tough on the inside. You see here, Dexter Battle's a big fullback, and they pile him up right there for no gain.
3rd down and 5 yards to go now as Langston drops the throw. He's got time, comes out here to Clark, and that's going to be enough for a first down for Hillsborough. Clark caught the ball right in front of Jasmine Trammell for Plant.
Clark goes back to the huddle and tells Langston, just bring it up just a little bit, and I'll make you a big play.
Did you ever have receivers tell you that?
Oh, no, of course not. I always hit them in the numbers.
There you go. There you go. 4 for 6 now for Langston, 32 yards, all to Darius Clark. Langston showing his ability to throw the football as well as hand it off to the big guys, Battle and Harris. Hillsborough leading at 8-7 here on first down. There's the pitch to Mo. He cuts left side. Nice tackle. Stops Harris after a gain of only about 3 yards. And leaks the tackler for the Panthers. Good job that time. And Harris, as we see a flag on the ground, looked like he was going to break it again, but a holding penalty against Hillsborough would have brought it back anyway.
Leaks makes a really nice play. Shows a lot of speed to catch up to Harris on the left side here. You see him take the pitch. He looks like he's going to go, and then Leaks is right there to make the play.
Teddy Leaks, a 5'10", 172-pound junior for the Panthers. Ball is marched back now to the 43-yard line. Hillsborough will be back at its own 43. And it will be first and 20 rather. But first we'll have our official water break with 6 minutes, and even 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. And Jeff, if you're Roland Acosta, you got to be pretty pleased right now. He's hanging in there.
Oh, I think so. I think he's very happy. And in high school football, it seems like it can be any level of football, but the penalties are what really kill football teams. And with their attack, Hillsborough here, with their attack, you know, they're so strong. Start 1st and 25. It's very difficult and low percentages of getting first downs.
Well, one thing the Terriers are doing, they are protecting the football pretty well. Coach Earl Garcia thought that if his team put the ball on the ground, they wouldn't win. They're not doing that. But, you know, in the plays that have really mattered here tonight, Jeff, Plant has risen to the occasion to pretty much stop the Terriers.
Oh, they really have. They've gotten themselves out of a couple of holes and are really no worse for wear. And, you know, we keep talking about how bigger, stronger, and all these kind of things, but Plant is hanging in here, and they're looking tough.
So it'll be first down and 20 yards to go now for Hillsborough following the timeout. Once again, it's the Battle-Harris combo in the backfield. Langston's going to keep it, going to pitch it to Harris. He's got a big hole right side. Mo Harris puts his helmet down, and he will get it out to about the 48-yard line of Plant. It will still be second down, second and long, but a nice pitch there on the option from Langston to Harris. And a flag on a play right at the end.
I think that option play for Hillsborough is what they should stick with, because they can run play action off of that with Nicky Langston's abilities, but because he can run and throw, and you see Mo Harris get a big play here. They keep running that. They can go left and right with that and move the ball all over the place, I think.
Looks like the penalty is going to go against Plant probably at the end of the play. So that will cost the Panthers big time. Face mask violation called against the Panthers. That's going to give Hillsborough a first down. And all of a sudden, a 1st and 20, Jeff, turns into a first down for the Terriers. If you're Plant, you can't like that.
Yeah, all of a sudden it was 1st and 25 now. They go ahead and give them a first down with the penalty. That's why they call them penalties. It really hurts when you get them.
Ball at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Terriers. This is Harris up the middle, still on his feet and finally dragged down right at the 30-yard line. Outstanding play by Plant. Richard Williams, the 6'3", 215-pound junior, hung in there. It looked like Harris wanted to take him for a ride, but Williams hung in and made the play.
Hard to take a kid that's that big for a ride, but Mo Harris had a lot of good head of steam there. He ran into a big wall of Richard Williams.
And boy, you can see right there too, Plant really swarming to the football. That has been very successful for the Panthers. Second down and 7 yards to go now for Hillsborough. Langston will pitch it to Mo Harris, left side. Harris gets away from 2. Thompson gets a hold of him and drags him down, but not before he gets inside the 20. First down, but you can see the yellow flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Again, it was right at the end of the play. And this time it's going to go against Hillsborough, it looks like. Holding against Hillsborough. Boy, that's a big penalty. And boy, right now, Jeff, we're getting penalties both ways.
Every other play we're getting a penalty, and it hurts both teams. This time it's going to bring they had a first down here with this play. It's going to bring them back. They're going to have about 2nd and 18 yards to go.
So as you can see, they're going to march the penalty off here against Hillsborough. There's the official call by referee Tom Powers. Ball will be spotted back at the 30-yard line. Second down now and 8 yards to go for Hillsborough. Game clock down to 4:40 here in the first half. It's 8-7 in favor of the Terriers. Terriers getting a safety here in the second quarter to pull ahead by 1 point. Hillsborough now with the football as Darius Clark splits out wide left on the far side. Ball is handed off to Battle. Battle is dragged down from behind after he gets a couple of yards, making the play in there for Plant. Good job again by Richard Williams. So a big third down play coming up now for Hillsborough. 3rd and 5. The ball at the 27-yard line. And again, Jeff, this looks like 2-down territory to me.
I would think so, especially out this far. They're still out where it'd be a long field goal, and they've got that big running attack that we've talked about.
Kilo Langston is split out wide right, far side of the field, and Clark is wide left. The fake pitch by Langston, tucks it, goes left side. Langston keeps the ball. He's got the first down inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line, and he has been really effective with that fake pitch out. He has fooled Plant every time he's done it.
Yep, you run the pitch enough times and you do well with it. Of course, if you stop the regular pitch for no gain 20 times, then that's not going to work as well. But they run the strong sweep and pitch real well, so it sets that play up. Every 6th, 8th, 10th play, they can run it, and it'll look really nice.
1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Langston gives to Battle. Battle pushes towards the 10, or rather to the 15, and will cross the 15 to the 14. Good effort that time by Dexter Battle. Richard Williams again in there for Plant. Gain of 3, second down, 7 yards to go. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. Plenty of time for Hillsborough on this drive. Terriers trying to march down here against Plant. Harrison Battle again in the backfield, this time double wide outs right side for Hillsborough. Langston will give the ball to Harris. Mo scoots up the middle, gets it down very close to the 10-yard line.
We've talked about how great this running attack is and everything, and they've really had the ball for the majority of this first half, and the Plant defense has just done a tremendous job to keep them to 8 points so far tonight.
Official spot will be the 11-yard line. 3rd and 4 now for Hillsborough. Once again, Terriers looking at what appears to be 2-down territory. Same alignment as the last play. Double wide outs right side. Once again, Harris and Battle in the backfield. The give is to Harris. Harris tries to cut, and it does not look like he's going to get the first down. Looks like he's going to be stopped short on the sweep. And once again, Plant doing an outstanding job of stacking it up. Getting in there for the Panthers, Brian Funk, the safety. And now it's going to be 4th down. I think it looks like they may have to measure it first.
Yeah, that's a close call. Oh, all of a sudden they decide they can eye it from that far away and say it's a first down.
So a first down it will be for Hillsborough. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. And this was Harris again, and he really works hard. You know, he's a guy that gets hit initially. He's not big, but he just seems to stay on his feet and get that extra yardage.
They tried to pull him back, but he just kept his weight forward, enough for the first down.
1:40 to go, first half. 1st and goal for Hillsborough. This is the pitch to Harris. He cuts inside. Mo Harris still on his feet, and finally rocked down inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. Chad Thompson once again there for Plant.
Mo Harris is just not a big kid. He's 5'6", he's 160 pounds. But he just sticks his nose in there and keeps knocking guys around, a la Walter Payton. Just keeps hitting guys until he runs into that big 62 Richard Williams and drags him back.
Harris unofficially 102 yards and 11 carries as the game clock down to a minute to go here in the first half. It's run uncontested for a while here, and time becoming a factor. This is Battle. Battle right up the middle. He'll put you down very close. Touchdown, Hillsborough. Dexter Battle will get it in with 56 seconds to go here in the first half. And Jeff, that was a real good offensive drive by Hillsborough.
Really was. The mistakes they had were in penalties. Wasn't fumbling the ball or anything. They methodically moved the ball down the field. They used Mo Harris's speed and to wear them down, and then they come in with Dexter Battle's size, and he goes right up the left guard for the touchdown.
Klein will try the point after here for Hillsborough. Kick is up, and it will be good. So Aaron Klein, who plays on the soccer team for Hillsborough, a senior, has not kicked this year. He knocked it right through. And with 56 seconds remaining in the half, it's 15-7 in favor of the Terriers. And that's a big touchdown for Hillsborough, Jeff, as we get a chance to watch it here.
Well, right before half, anytime you score right before half, it's a real boost. And just holding on to the ball for as long as they did, that's got to be really good for Hillsborough's mindset.
You could see Dexter Battle on that last play. He just bowled over people getting into the end zone to give the Terriers an 8-point lead here with 56 seconds remaining in the first half. And of course, if you're Plant, I guess you put the ball up now. If you get the ball, get a chance, just put it up and see what you can do.
I think you might, if you get a nice run back, you go ahead and do that. If you get the ball and you're inside your own 20-yard line, I think I would go ahead and sit on it.
Say goodnight and see you in the second half.
Sure.
Right? Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens here as Hillsborough comes out. Plant slowly getting its way back out onto the field. Let's see if the Panthers have set up a run back. Klein will kick off for Hillsborough. And Patrick Jolly and Jasmine Trammell will be back there to receive the kick along with Marcus Hopkins. Keep in mind, I believe Plant will get the ball to start second half.
Yes, they will.
So if the Panthers being down by 8, and of course in high school football you can go for 2, so it's really a one-possession game at this stage.
That's why I was saying I wouldn't go if you don't get great field position. Don't go for it, because you make a big mistake and you're in your own end, and you can get big trouble right before the half.
There's Klein's kickoff. Jolly's going to get a chance to bring it back from the 15-yard line. He's going to throw a little lateral this time to Trammell. Trammell's going to be in some trouble over there on the side, and he is rocked down at the 15-yard line. Boy, that's risky back there when you make that kind of play.
Very, very risky. But if the guy misses it, hopefully would skid out of bounds, and then you would just get it and sit on it. But here, I think one of the reasons that didn't work is because they showed a guy coming around for the reverse handoff, and you're thinking, well, it's okay, it's a reverse. Well, they fake the reverse, and then they go ahead and throw the ball out. So they used almost too much trickery, and they smelled it out from the beginning.
43 seconds remaining here in the half. Trey Korn will call signals. He will hand the ball off to Trammell. Trammell's got a little hole left side, and Jasmine will get out to a first down. He'll get it out to about the 32, 33-yard line. Nice run by Trammell. And we'll come back with more right after this. For playing, Jolly's going to be knocked down at the 35-yard line. Our game clock now down to 19 seconds to go here in the first half. And Plant will call a timeout. Jeff, I guess that means they probably want to set something up, see what they can do.
They're going to keep going for it. You know, I guess they feel they have nothing left to lose. They're down by 8 points. Go ahead and shoot it out there. They're not too far in their own end where they could be in trouble with only 19 seconds. They can give it a couple shots and see if they can get something.
Head coach Roland Acosta in the huddle now for the Panthers. Interesting footnote to this game is that Hillsborough head coach Earl Garcia played for Roland Acosta right here at Plant, 1967, 68, and 69. I wonder what that says about Roland's age, Jeff. What do you think? He's been around a while. In fact, his 21st year as the head coach here at Plant High School. Roland Acosta, one of the outstanding coaches in Hillsborough County. There's a bunch of them here in the county. Billy Turner from Chamberlain brings up another one to mind right away. And as you see our score here, Hillsborough leading it by 8. We're going to see the Terriers again next week. They'll take on Billy Turner's Chamberlain Chiefs at Hillsborough. That will be our high school football game of the week next week, and that should be a real good one. Chamberlain tonight playing down in Bradenton against powerful Manatee. That could be a tough one. Second down and 3 yards to go. 19 seconds as Corn drops, short drop. Gonna loft it along down the side. Ball is dropped out there by the Panther wide receiver Nichols. And I think he was trying to turn and make the move before he caught the ball.
Yeah, if he would have caught that ball, the move that he was trying to make was going to be a big one because it could have gotten him into the end zone. But of course, first things first, and he drops the football. Corn fakes out to the right side, comes back left, and there it is. See, if he could have got around Clark right there, if he could have caught and got around him, there was just nothing but green to the end zone for him.
16 seconds to go now as the Panthers come out with 3 wideouts left side. Nobody in the backfield for Corn. Guess what they're going to do? He drops. He's got white shirts everywhere. Jolly makes the catch. But they're going to say he was down, and in fact his hand was down, but there is a flag on the play. 10 seconds remaining in the first half. And I think they're going to call a penalty against Hillsborough. I saw 5 white jerseys in on Corn.
Yeah, he got rid of the ball real quick, and then they kept pursuing him. And that's what part of the reason the ball was low to Jolly, because he got so much pressure by the Terrier defensive front.
So the penalty will be marched off against Hillsborough. And with 10 seconds remaining in the half, Plant probably has 2 plays left. Ball will come out to Plant's 48-yard line, where it will be first down and 10 yards to go for the Panthers. And look at this right here. You can see 4 white jerseys in on Trey Corn. Jolly was down, no question about it, but at the end of that one, somebody hit Corn after the play. And Plant's going to call a timeout here with 10 seconds to go. As once again, head coach Roland Acosta will come out to try to set something up. And I would think we might see something fancy here, Jeff. They still got quite a ways to go, 53 yards.
Well, it takes 6 to 7 seconds to go that far, just running it straight down the field. So you really got to go ahead and launch it up because they don't have time for 2 plays.
Head coach Acosta out there in the huddle, as you can see. He's kind of lost. There he is. As he sneaks out to the side, Roland diagramming the play for his Plant Panthers. On the other side, Hillsborough head coach Earl Garcia out with his defensive unit, talking to them. Good look there at the Terriers defense. Number 33 is Ben Wan. We haven't called his name for a while, Jeff. They've kind of shut him out a little bit here in the second quarter.
They've just done a good job of moving the football to both sides of the field. And when you do that, sometimes you have a guy like Lawrence Taylor that you run away from, and here he plays the same side, the same end, and sometimes if you just run away from the guy, you can take him out of some of the plays.
First down now. The ball is handed off on the reverse to Trammell. Trammell's got some room. Ball is fumbled. Hillsborough going to try to pick it up. Let's see who gets it. Big scramble for the ball. No signal yet, but it's not going to matter because the half's going to end on the play. We still haven't seen a signal. I guess for the record, Plant got the ball. Looked like they were last up. But it doesn't matter because we have come to the end of the first half here at Dad Stadium on the campus of Plant High School. Our halftime score is the Hillsborough Terriers 15 and the Plant Panthers 7. Jeff and I will come back with second half action right after this.
night, Dolores had a few drinks, did some crack, and ended up another tragic story. Only she doesn't know it yet. Drugs make you forget. And if you forget how risky sex can be, you could catch the AIDS virus and not know it for months, even years. AIDS, another way drugs can kill.
I never saw anybody light up a bar like Jack.
You can say that again.
He had a million jokes.
2 million.
Oh, what a riot.
Oh, yeah.
One of a kind.
No kidding.
I swear, if I thought he couldn't drive, I'd have said something. You know? I mean, how could you spoil his fun?
Right.
Take the keys, call a cab, take a stand. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
Welcome back to Dad Stadium. The second half of tonight's game between the Hillsborough Terriers and the Plant High Panthers about to begin. Jim Henderson and Jeff Carlson with you on our Hillsborough County High School football game of the week. And Jeff, Plant will get the ball to start the third quarter here, down by 8 against a favored Hillsborough team. If the Panthers put together an early drive here in the third quarter, we could have a very interesting second half.
Most definitely. They didn't have the ball a lot in the first half. If they can put together something right here to build some confidence up, they can be tough here in the second half.
Aaron Klein will kick it off for the Terriers. And Hillsborough, as you can see, will go from right to left, and we are underway. And Jolly looks like, no, it's going to be the up back Kane, who drops the ball, then picks it up. And Kane will hold on to it this time and get it out just shy of the 30-yard line, where the Panthers will go on offense, 1st and 10.
In the first half, Kane had the ball go right through his hands just like that, but there was a penalty on the kick. This time he's got to go chase it down a second time.
Trey Korn comes back out to quarterback the Panthers. He is the son, by the way, of Vern Korn, the assistant athletic director for high school sports here in Hillsborough County, and a former head football coach himself here in the county at Lato High not too many years ago. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 28-yard line. First offensive play goes to Jolly. Jolly's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Once again, Benoit in there, and a flag goes down. And Jeff, when you see the flag there, it's usually against the defense.
I would think so. It's probably going to be face masking. Hey, what do you know?
And there's the call by referee Tom Powers. And right away, the Plant Panthers get a break. First offensive play is stopped, and they get the big penalty.
Jolly took a pounding to get that penalty because Hillsborough really attacked him well from the defensive side of the ball.
Hillsborough has had most of the yardage in this game, and the Terriers do have the 8-point lead at 15-7. There has been a safety in this game. Hillsborough got that one to take an 8-7 lead, and then Dexter Battle ran in from 3 yards right at the end of the first half to account for the 8-point margin for the Hillsborough Terriers. 1st and 10 now for Plant. The ball at the Panther 43-yard line. Just underway here in the second half at Dad Stadium. The Plant Panthers 1 victory and 3 losses, trying to come back against the Hillsborough Terriers. Korn will give the ball to the fullback, and he will be stopped for no gain at all. Alex Vasquez really shut down by the right side of the Hillsborough defense.
Yeah, right when he got the ball, he was already running into people, his own guys to start, but then Hillsborough attacked him real well right after he got the ball.
Looks like they're going to give Vasquez a yard on the play, so we'll call it 2nd down and 9 yards to go now for Plant. The ball at the Panther 44-yard line, and you see right there Hillsborough all over Vasquez on that play. Larry Rogers once again making the play for Hillsborough. An I backfield this time for the Panthers, single wideouts both sides. And the man in motion to the right is Jolly. Korn will keep the ball. It's going to pass, going to go deep. It's got Jolly, and Jolly's going to make the catch. Jolly's going to cut to his right, try to stay on the sideline. Touchdown, Plant.
We've got a penalty in the backfield, and I was going to say when it was happening, it's a hold.
A hold against Plant is going to bring back the touchdown.
When you've got players like Benoit on the side, you got to do something to stop him from getting to your quarterback, and it took a little bit of time because it was play action, and they almost tackled Benoit in the backfield, and that's why they made the call.
What a tough break for the Plant Panthers. They had scored on the pass from Korn to Jolly. It would have been 57 yards had it counted, but it doesn't. And you can see the fake right there, and there he lets it go. And boy, was he open or what?
That was really nice. When he gets enough time, he's got a good arm to get it out there to Jolly. That's going to be that's hurtful too. You know, one way it's bad that you don't get the touchdown, but you got to at least say, hey, we made a big play and we can do it again. So, you know, it's tough that they didn't get the touchdown, but at least they can use it as a motivational factor later on.
Ball will come back to the 30-yard line. It will be second down and 23 yards to go now for the Panthers. A 57-yard touchdown pass from Trey Korn to Patrick Jolly, called back because of a holding penalty that could perhaps have tied this game. Ball is handed off to Trammell. Trammell going to try to go right, then cuts back in. It's got a little bit of a hole. And Jasmine Trammell finally dragged down from behind out near the 40-yard line. A good tackle and a good hustling pursuit play by Juan Young for Hillsborough.
Juan Young came all the way across from the other side of the field to make that play. And Trammell, you see Trammell here, he just strings it out, and then he gets a nice cut right up the field and uses some explosive speed. Larry Rodgers misses the tackle, but Juan Young backs him up and drags him down.
So it'll be 3rd and long for the Panthers. 3rd down and 14 yards to go. Splitting out wide left will be Clay Bricklemeyer, the sophomore, and coming out wide right will be Casey Miles. 3 wide outs to the left side for the Panthers as Korn drops the pass. He's got trouble. The screen is set up to Jolly. Jolly needs to make the room on his own. Jolly's going to cut right, and he will get the first down for Plant. The ball will go all the way down to Hillsborough's 40-yard line, and I think we've got a flag at the end of the play. Looks like we do.
We sure do. That's going to be extracurricular. That's probably going to move the ball even further down the field for Plant. That's a really nice play. That's the 3rd time they've used it tonight, and it's the 2nd time it's been successful.
A screen pass to Patrick Jolly, and Jeff, in one of those plays, it's pretty much what you can make on your own after you make the catch.
It sure is. You get blocks, you get some extra blocks downfield, and you get good angles on him. But basically, you let Jolly use his athletic ability to see what he can do, and he just outruns guys to the sideline. He got a good block inside there, and then he's 6 to 7 yards out of bounds when he gets thrown to the fence, and that's what's going to cost him another 15.
And so the Plant Panthers, who were denied a touchdown not just a couple of minutes ago, now has the ball at Hillsborough's 25-yard line following the completion and the personal foul penalty. 1st and 10 for Plant at the Terrier 25. 9:36 remaining here in the 3rd quarter at Dad Stadium. The Plant Panthers on the march. Korn, the quarterback. This will be the handoff to Jolly on the reverse, and Jolly's not going to get a whole lot out of that one. He'll get it just over the line of scrimmage. A nice play that time by Marvin Martin, one of the Hillsborough defensive backs, to make the stop. Tommy also in on the play.
That play took a little bit too long to develop here. You see he goes here, and it just took a long time for him to come around, and they got good penetration into the offensive backfield. But I think the Plant offense here has really gained a lot of confidence.
2nd down, 8 yards to go following the 2-yard gain on the play by Jolly. The ball is handed off to Trammell. Trammell's got a hole, and he will get inside the 15. 1st down, Plant.
Trammell's deceptive here. He just, you know, he doesn't look like he's real fast, but he just gets a step. He plants real well on his outside foot and gets up the field, and it brings up he gets a 1st down out of it. You see him step out of a lot of tackles there and gets up field for the 1st down.
Ball is spotted at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Larry Rodgers on that last stop for Hillsborough. Quarterback Trey Korn, the junior, will give the ball to the fullback. Benoit wraps up Vasquez after gaining only about a yard. And Benoit once again coming around from the side. You know, Jeff, he's so explosive, so quick. He just seems to get back there in a hurry.
Oh, yeah. Coach Garcia talked about him. Say he is not a defensive lineman. They play him down as a defensive tackle, but that's not what he is. He is so quick. He is an outside linebacker, but just because of the scheme and the different guys that they have, that's where they use him. But he is very effective from that down spot.
2nd down and 6 yards to go following the 4-yard gain for Vasquez. Korn gives to Trammell. Trammell tries the left guard, gets it down to the 5-yard line. So it will bring up 3rd down now for Plant. 3rd and 2. Making the stop for the Terriers on the play was Kareem Young.
When you can run the ball on 1st down and get 3 or 4 yards, and on 2nd down and then bring up 3rd and short, that's the kind of offense that you want to have to be successful. You bring up 3rd and short, and then your percentages go up to get 1st downs.
Time is called with 7:47 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. It will be 3rd down and 2 yards to go for Plant. And now an interesting situation here, Jeff. If the Panthers don't score here and get 4th down, do you kick a field goal at this stage of the game, or do you go 2 downs and try to get in?
I think that they'll go 2 downs. They're moving the ball well. You know, the Hillsborough defense has come up with some big plays, but the Plant Panthers have been moving the ball well, and I think they have enough confidence right now in themselves that they can get 2 yards and 2 downs.
And of course, when you look at this Plant team, as you get a look at some of our fans here tonight at Dad Stadium, all juniors in that backfield, and they just seem to be getting better now. We've seen them play a couple of weeks, and they just seem to be getting better all the time.
Experience breeds confidence. The more you play, the more you feel comfortable about what you're doing, and then you start to let loose, and you start to really let your athletic ability show when you get in there after a while.
Let's see what happens. 3rd down and 2 yards to go now from the 5-yard line. Trey Korn calling the signals. He will keep the football, going to bootleg it right, wants to throw. Pass is intercepted in the end zone by Hillsborough. And that is going to break the momentum there. And it looked like Mo Harris made the pick for Hillsborough. Let's check that. Looks like Jimmy Cruz comes out with the ball.
Yeah, Jimmy Cruz was right in the right spot. Korn came out here, and he was going to throw the ball no matter what. And there was just no chance. Jimmy Cruz was just waited for it to happen.
And again, there's that experience factor, Jeff. I would think he'd have been better off just to throw the ball over the end zone, come back and set up on 4th down.
Most definitely. Of course, because it happened and it is the interception, we can always say that. But in that instance, again, like you said, they had another down to do it in, and it wasn't a last-second play. They only, with the time running out, they could have just thrown the ball away and come back on 4th down.
Well, interestingly enough, he did not intercept the pass in the end zone. As you can see, he was downed at the 1-yard line, so that's where the Terriers will put it in play. Langston will hand the ball to Mo Harris, and he will fight for tough yardage out to the 5. You know, for a second there, I thought he did catch the ball in the end zone, but he also did try to advance it.
Yes, he did catch it in the end zone, but he tried to get out it. And the only time you want to try to run out of the end zone is when you have a clear path, and you know you're going to get out past the 20, because if you just stay in the end zone, they're going to spot it on the 20. This time, Jimmy Cruz makes a poor decision and gets tackled on their own 1-yard line.
2nd down and 6 yards to go now for the Terriers. The ball is spotted just shy of the 5-yard line. Our game clock down to 6 minutes and 55 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Hillsborough Terriers continue to lead Plant 15-7. Panthers just had a drive stopped by an interception from Jimmy Cruz of Hillsborough. Ball is handed off to Battle, the fullback. Big hole, Battle left side. And Dexter Battle finally run out of bounds out near the 20-yard line. That will be enough for a 1st down for Hillsborough.
Dexter Battle stepped out of a tackle. I thought he was going to go down, and he showed that he has those strong legs as he pulled his knees up. Here it is right here over the left side. Look at, he just had to keep running and makes a big play and a 1st down to get Hillsborough out of a big hole.
So the Terriers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Darius Clark will split out wide right for the Terriers. Also heading out there is Rodney Lang. Harris, the tailback, and Battle, the fullback, in the eye. Langston will give it to Harris, sweeping right side. Mo Harris will be dragged down from behind. He will pick up a couple of yards, but great pursuit by the Panthers.
Panthers had good pursuit early. They got into the backfield, and Mo Harris really didn't have a chance. That play is designed to go back out to the outside, and you see right there, inside Leaks is pushing him outside, and then he had a lot more pursuit and help from the outside.
2nd down, 8 yards to go now for the Terriers. Hillsborough once again in the I backfield, short side of the field. Langston almost lost the handle, did not. Harris is tripped up on the option as he tried to turn the corner. Outstanding play by the Panthers. Coming up to make the play was Jasmine Trammell, the running back for Plant.
Really nice. I had said earlier that I thought that this is what they should continue to run, but here they do a great job. They get a guy inside early on the quarterback, makes Langston pitch it, and then they've got their man on the pitch guy, Mo Harris, and nothing you can do.
And time is called here with 5:49 remaining in the 3rd quarter, and Hillsborough leading it 15-7. Gives us a chance to remind you that next week we will be back over at Hillsborough for another look at these Terriers as they take on Billy Turner's Chamberlain Chiefs. Our first opportunity this year to see Chamberlain. And for those of you going to high school football in Hillsborough County next week, that game will be on Thursday night. There will be many games on Thursday night over the next couple of weeks as there'll be some holidays for students. Well, we're ready to go now. 3rd down and 9 yards to go. Big play for the Plant defense coming up here. Panthers would like to hold them. Hillsborough's gotten 1 first down on this drive. Let's see if the Terriers can pick up another one. Langston will roll to his left, wants to throw. He's going to go across the middle. The ball will be incomplete. Intended out there for Darius Clark, and he had a host of black jerseys around him.
Well, if you throw it to one guy, you know, over and over and over, sooner or later you're going to cover that guy, and this time it was. They used this play earlier in the game to pick up a first down, and Nicky Langston threw a nice ball into Clark. This time he just overthrows him, and he doesn't have a chance to catch it.
So 4th down coming up now. Aaron Klein on to punt for Hillsborough. And let's see if the Panthers come after him. They are. And he will get it away. A little bit of wobbly kick off the end of his foot, but it takes a nice roll for Hillsborough. The ball will come down and be dropped dead at the 47-yard line. So the Panthers will have good field position here with 5:29 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Our score continues to be 15-7 Hillsborough. But Jeff, once again, you know, we talked about the fact that this game looked to be one-sided on paper. I guess we can toss the paper out because it's been anything but one-sided so far.
Well, sometimes that's a real motivational factor for the team that is smaller. You know, the coach and a coach like Acosta can really build their team up to play the underdog role and then to have a big game.
This is Jasmine Trammell running the ball. First play from scrimmage. He will get it out very close to midfield. A host of white jerseys from Hillsborough around him on the play. Leading the way, Darius Clark, one of the safeties in there for Hillsborough. So to bring up 2nd down now, 2nd and 6. And Trammell has a really explosive first step, doesn't he?
He sure does. And Plant's got to be happy. Like I talked earlier, getting 4 yards on a first down makes your play calling a lot easier and makes for success a lot easier.
Korn will drop the throw. Flag is down. He's going to go deep for Jolly, and ball is incomplete out there, and I think that's probably going to be a motion penalty against Plant. Looked like someone was in motion before the ball was snapped. And we also see a Panther kind of limping a little bit out there. Mike Perez, 5'10", 183-pound senior, and we can see, hard to tell right there, but the flags went down right away. And we'll get the signal just a second here from referee Tom Powers.
Just a single receiver play right there. Go ahead and you go deep, and I'm going to throw it to you no matter what happens. But Jimmy Cruz was there to make a nice defensive play.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 7 yards to go. Looks like they declined the penalty. So Plant will have it. And the ball is just shy of midfield. And now it will be 3rd down officially and 7 yards to go. And let's see what Trey Korn has in mind on this big 3rd down play. He will give the ball to Jolly on the reverse. Jolly going to try to get outside. Let's see if he can. Jolly's going to be real close to a first down for Plant. He got the ball across the 45 down to the 43, and Jeff, this just may be the spot, and that's all.
It is 4th down. They're making the call 4th down without looking at it.
Looks like they're going to spot it right at the 45, so it's 4th and 1. And let's see what the Panthers decide. Jolly got real close on this one.
Juan Young makes him go wide and catches up to him and drags him down before he can get there.
It looks as though Plant will go for it on 4th and 1. Trey Korn remains in the game. The ball is at Hillsborough's 45-yard line. 3:50 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Big play of the football game coming up right here. And now time quickly called by Hillsborough. And too much time, rather, against Plant. No timeout for Hillsborough, and that will turn 4th and 1 into 4th and 6, and that's going to bring Casey Miles, the punter, onto the field.
That is a real big mistake, especially if they really wanted to go for that. That is a big mistake on the Plant Panthers. They brought in their big guys to try to make that play. I think I would have kept in Trammell. That guy has just been making positive yardage all night long, and they brought in the big guys to go for it. But then with the mistake here, it costs them.
And Roland Acosta very unhappy about something out there. He is out on the field talking to referee Tom Powers, and you don't see that very often, and he was pointing to the other side of the field. It looks like to Hillsborough, and I'm not exactly sure what his argument is right here. And you can see Acosta doesn't get mad too often, but he's a little bit hot under the collar.
I think when the referees went and called it a 4th down, they wait till they wind the clock to start the clock for the next play. And and they started it earlier than the Plant Panthers knew that he did it, and all of a sudden caught him off guard.
That well could be it. There's a good look at Hillsborough. And Roland Acosta still having some words with referee Tom Powers.
That looks like the words are going through with the hand motions of Powers. It looked like he was saying, when I called that play down, that's when I wound the clock, and you needed to know that, and I think that's where the miscommunication came in.
So Roland will lose the battle. It will be 4th down and 6 yards to go now for the Panthers. Casey Miles, the punter, will stand back at his own 37-yard line. And Mo Harris will drop back to his 15 to receive the punt for Hillsborough. Long count. And now a good snap. Miles will get it away, and he booms it. Harris is going to get a chance to take it back from his own 10. Mo Harris sweeping, runs into his own man, and down he goes at the 17-yard line. Also in on the play for Plant that time, Casey Hain. But it looked like Harris just smacked into his own guy.
It looked like it, and it might look like that on the screen. But Vaughn Young is trying to make a nice block for him. He's really right inside there, trying to make a block. But you just got to credit Plant for the two defenders in there making the play.
So the Terriers will not have very good field position here, but they do get the ball back. 1st and 10. The ball at their own 17-yard line. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. It's 15-7 in favor of the Terriers over Plant. Nicky Langston, the quarterback. Now Battle will be the tailback rather, in the I. And Dexter Battle will get the ball. Big hole on the left side. Battle shakes off one. He's got a 1st down all the way out to the 32-yard line, but let's hold on a second. We got a flag in the backfield. And this is going to go against the Terriers, holding Hillsborough.
Flags keep dropping here tonight. Usually you see a lot of flags in the early part of the season. This is now the middle of the season, and you would think that there would be a lot less flags, but we're having quite a few tonight.
The holding penalty will nullify this play, but again, Battle able to slip that tackle and get about 8 or 9 extra yards.
He's real impressive for his size, the way he steps out of tackles and just keeps his feet moving, and the balance that he shows. He's an impressive back.
So the Terriers will be backed up close to their own goal here, and if you're Plant, you like the field position situation, but the Panthers have had some problems, as we mentioned to you earlier, putting the ball in the end zone. They've gotten 1 touchdown tonight. Hillsborough has a couple, and that's the difference in the game. 15-7 our score. Double wide outs to the right side for the Terriers on 1st down and 20 yards to go. Ball is all the way back at the 9. Langston gives to Battle. Battle will get barely back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. This time playing all over him, Richard Williams, the initial tackler.
These long traps that teams try to run, they used to call them the counter tray. They try to pull their offensive linemen around and make angle blocks, but the defensive linemen just get inside quickly sometimes on that and make big plays for the defense.
2nd and 20 now for Hillsborough. Once again, the double wide out right side. Cedric Roberts out there, along with Rodney Lang. Darius Clark not in the game at the moment, it appears. There's the pitch to Battle. Battle gets outside. He gets a block. Battle's got some room. Loses the football. And it looks like the Panthers are going to fall on the ball. Recovering the ball for Plant is Joe Medulla, and all of a sudden a major turnover in the game. Joe Medulla with the fumble recovery for the Panthers. Dexter Battle got hit and lost the ball. The ball will be at the 17-yard line. Big play.
Oh, Dexter Battle had a lot of room around the outside, and he started fooling around with the ball. He was going to just drop his shoulder. You watch him come around this corner here. He's going to drop his shoulder to make the big hit, and the ball just comes out.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. This is Trammell, and Benoit comes out of nowhere, drags him down for a 2-yard loss. And again, there's a great speed out of Benoit, the big defensive lineman for Hillsborough. Ball will be back to the 18-yard line, a loss of about 1.5 yards. It will bring up 2nd down now for the Panthers.
This is very, very critical for the Panthers to get points on the board here for their mental well-being as well as to finish this game off.
Heading out wide left is Clay Bricklemeyer on 2nd and 12 for Plant. Korn will give to Trammell, going to try to sweep right side. Trammell going to have to run some people over. He does. He gets it inside to 10, down to the 9-yard line. That will bring up 3rd down now for Plant. And it seems like we've just been here a few minutes ago with almost the same situation.
It sure was. Trammell just makes positive yards every time he gets the ball. He gets around the corner there and gets up inside. I keep talking about that. He's running the ball to the right. He plants his right foot and can get up inside really quickly, and that's what gets him that positive yardage.
Jimmy Cruz with a stop for Hillsborough. 3rd and 4 from the 9. Ball will be given on the inside, reverse to Jolly. Jolly will be down very close to the 1st down. I think he's going to be a little short, but we'll have to wait and see till they unpile here and see where they spot it. Looked like Hillsborough may have thought they had the ball. Don't think so.
I believe he is going to be short. But they're running the ball pretty decently here. I think they're going to go for it. Go for the 7 points, possibly 8 points to tie it up here.
So a big play. Once again, Benoit on the bottom of that pile. It will be 4th down and a fairly long yard to go for Plant. 6 seconds remaining in the quarter. They're probably not going to get this thing off. We'll have to go 94 yards to see what happens here before this play is run. And there, in fact, is the end of quarter number 3 here at Dad Stadium on the campus of Plant High School. When play resumes, the ball will be at the 7-yard line. It will be 4th down and a little over a yard to go. Well, there are some special people here tonight at Dad Stadium. This is the 50th reunion of the class of 1943 for Plant. At that time, they won the Big Ten championship in high school football, and that stood for the state championship. We have some people here who played football for this high school 50 years ago. And Jeff, I know you were telling me that your high school hasn't been in existence 50 years.
No,
a lot of them haven't been in existence 50
that's
years.
for sure. And, you know, Plant's been struggling a little bit this season so far. And to have guys like that come in, you know, 50 years ago, they were state champs. They can really fire up a team like that. And they're showing it here that they've had a little bit of inspiration. We see the banner
back there with a few of them down there in the hats, having a good time, enjoying a nice night out here in Tampa.
So let's see if the Panthers can do it here on 4th and 2. The ball is given to Trammell. Trammell's got some room. Touchdown, Plant. Jasmine Trammell goes in from the 7-yard line, and the Plant High Panthers on 4th and 2 have come up with the big one. They now trail by 2. And Jeff, we got 11 minutes and 56 seconds to go. Do you go for 2 here to try to tie it up? Why not, I guess?
I think you should, especially when you have a team that has not been scoring a lot of points. They are having a good night tonight, but when, you know, the trend shows that you're not scoring a lot of points, you're going to go ahead and do with it, because Hillsborough has been holding on to the ball for a lot of minutes, and you might only get one more shot at it. You make one mistake and the game's over. So you go ahead and go for it here, and then you know what you're going to have to do later on.
And that looks like is what the Panthers are going to do. Trammell will line up behind Korn as Plant goes for the tie, and there's a flag, and it looks like Plant will get another delay of game here. A very costly penalty against Plant. And now Roland Acosta coming out again. You get a chance to see him probably come into your picture. There he is. He's coming out to talk to Trey Korn. And all of a sudden, the ball will be back at the 7-yard line. And now, Jeff, does this change the strategy?
No, not at all, because you're down by 2.
If you kick the extra point and you're down by 1, it doesn't really change anything, because a field goal will win it from here at 13-15. You're going to win with a field goal, and if they get the extra point by a kick, they're at 14. So you got to go for it here, no matter if they get another penalty or not.
The ball is spotted back at the 7-yard line. Let's see what Trey Korn calls on the extra point attempt to tie it up. Korn's going to keep it, going to roll to his right. He's got pressure. End zone, Jolly. He will make the catch. Let's see, out of bounds. No, they say he's out. They say he's out of bounds back in the end zone. And the 2-point try will be no good.
Well, the referee really went casually to the back of the line.
I was waiting for the call, and he walked back there and then finally made the call for us.
And we may get a chance to see that one again in just a second here. That was a tough call. He did catch the football, no question about that. But it was ruled no good. The ball was caught out of the end zone by Patrick Jolly, who got open on the 2-point conversion attempt. from the 7-yard line. So our score is 15-13 in favor of the Hillsborough Terriers over the Plant Panthers. 11:56 to go, and let's see if we can see it right here.
See if we can see Jolly's foot. I think he may have stepped out of bounds before he got there. He went out of bounds and then came back in bounds, and that's the reason it was called a no play.
So a good call by the officials. The 2-point conversion does not work, and the safety right now that Hillsborough got in the second quarter, and we're still not sure about that one, Jeff. I say Hillsborough earned, or maybe Plant gave up. We're not sure which one. That's the difference in the game right now, 15-13 in favor of Hillsborough. But Plant's got to have some momentum, I would think.
Definitely. And with the kick that Chad Thompson's going to kick the ball off here, he's got a big leg. So if they can get the ball in decent field position later on in this game, he can be the difference.
This time Thompson doesn't get as much of it as he normally has. Ball's going to drop and be fielded at the 12 and hit down hard there for the Terriers. Is the up back who made the play, Derek Edmonds. Funk made the hit. We have an injured Terrier down, and Hillsborough will get the ball at the 23-yard line, where they'll have it 1st and 10. And you can see trainer Tim Coker, the guy nearest to you, out there for Hillsborough, checking over the injured Terrier. And you know, that's the kind of play, Jeff, where a collision real quickly as soon as he catches the football can sometimes yield a fumble. Good job by Edmonds to hold on.
Most definitely. I really thought that he was going to fumble it, not because he's not sure-handed, but because he just got the ball in his hands and then he got hit.
Injured Terrier on the play was Kareem Young. Looks like it might be his hand. You can see him walking off the field there. And so the Terriers will get the ball back now. 1st and 10, the ball at their own 23-yard line. 11:53 remaining in the game. We've had a lot happen here in the fourth quarter already. We've only played 7 seconds. A long, long way to go. Mo Harris will be the back. Dexter Battle, the fullback, in the eye. The Terriers will have wideouts both sides. Cedric Roberts far side on the left, and near side for Hillsborough, Rodney Lang. I've not seen Darius Clark. He may be out with an injury. Langston calls, hands off, Harris up the middle, hit hard after a gain of only a couple. Joe Medulla, the big middle linebacker for the Panthers, right there to make the stop.
He sure was. Darius Clark is standing on the sidelines with his hands on his hips, so I'm sure we're going to see him again, especially if they need to throw the ball.
You can see right there, Medulla, he had some help, but Medulla made the initial hit. Coming in, helping him out is Jasmine Trammell. And boy, Trammell has done it all tonight for the Panthers, both sides of the ball.
He's just a strong athlete, good athlete, and he's made a lot of big plays tonight.
And you can see Leak coming off there, and looks like he might be injured as well for Plant. Maybe just got his bell rung a little bit. 2nd down and 8 yards to go now for the Terriers. And referee Tom Powers will signal time. And it looks like we have an equipment problem here for Plant. Brian Funk. Looks like he's having some problems with his shoulder pads. They got to get him out there and get Patrick Jolly in. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Same offensive alignment this time. As far as the backfield is concerned, it's Battle and Harris. Langston drops, wants to throw. Pumps once, pumps twice, and will be hit from behind and spilled back at the 21-yard line.
Nicky Langston drops back to pass, and Darius Clark wasn't in the game, so he really couldn't get rid of the ball. But this time, Darius Clark...
That's very true. That's right.
He hasn't thrown the ball to anybody else, and Darius Clark gets right into the game. He went right to the coach. As soon as that play happened, nobody was open. The ball, looks like there's somebody open downfield, but he went right to Coach Garcia and said, let me get in that ball game, and they're going to need him here at 3rd and 11.
Big play that time by Lanier. He gets credit for the sack for Plant. Let's see what the Terriers call. Double wideouts right side. This time Langston rolls. Once it throws, going to keep the football. He is not going to get the 1st down. He will be short out to about the 27-yard line. It will bring up 4th down. It should be a punting situation. And once again, Joe Medulla making the play there for Plant.
Medulla is making some big plays. The whole defense is just doing a good job to slow these guys down because they've been a very tough offensive football team. They run their patented 3rd down call. This time Nicky just drops the ball down in his stomach and runs it, but Clark looked like he was coming open late.
Aaron Klein will punt it away, and this time he hits it pretty well. Leaks is going to be back, and he's going to let it hit. And boy, is that going to take a Hillsborough roll. A great punt by Klein. Goes all the way back to the 28-yard line. Tremendous punt by Klein. Unofficially, let's see, 28 and 22, about 50 yards. Tremendous punt.
Leaks hit himself in the head, in the helmet, when, right after that happened. He knows that he should have got that ball on the first bounce because they lost about 15 yards just on the bounce, and he had enough room to go ahead and get it.
So the Panthers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 28. Our game clock down to 9:45 to go. Still not a factor. And let's see if the Panthers can put something together here against Hillsborough. Feels like the possession time here in the second half has changed a little bit. Plants had the ball quite a bit.
Yeah, it's definitely evened out.
Split backfield for Korn. He will pitch it straight back to Kane, and Kane will cross the 30-yard line, gets out to the 32.
That's the weak side running game. I thought we were going to see much more of this because Coach Acosta talked about it, saying we're going to run weak side, we're going to run weak side, and they've just done a good job of mixing it up, and I think that's done a good job for Plant tonight. That was a quick pitch to the weak side, trying to outman the Hillsborough Terriers.
Larry Rogers with a stop for Hillsborough. 2nd and 6 now for the Panthers. The ball at their own 32. This is Trammell going to cut right side. He's dragged down from behind. He'll only get a couple of yards. Good backside pursuit by Hillsborough. Leading the way in there, one of the big linebackers, Damon Snyder, 6 foot, 185-pound senior. So that will bring up a 3rd down for Plant now, 3rd and 4. And it just seems like this is a game of big plays, and we got another one coming up right here. Plant would like to keep the ball. Hillsborough would like to get it back. And this is punting territory, so this is not 2-down area. 3rd and 4 for the Panthers as Jolly goes in motion. Korn fakes, wants to throw, is getting pursued, and he's just going to toss it away. He was intending out there for Miles, but it will be incomplete, and that will bring up 4th down.
That was just slow in developing in the play action pass. I thought they were going to run the inside trap play that on 2 different 3rd downs and 4 yards to go. They've run an inside trap to Jolly. This time they put him in motion. They fake inside, but then just too quick to the football, and really Korn never had a chance.
So Casey Miles will drop back to punt for Plant. He'll stand at his own 20, and Mo Harris will drop back to his 35 to receive it for Hillsborough. Looks like the Terriers may be coming after Miles on this one. Long count, good snap. Here comes the white shirts, and Miles gets it away very nicely. Harris fields it in the air at his 35-yard line. Gets it to the 40 and then is hit hard and driven back behind the 40, but the official line of scrimmage ought to be around the 41 or 42, and they finish this one up.
Did a real good job on the coverage because Miles I haven't seen too many one-step kickers. Miles gets rid of the ball so quickly that he outkicks his coverage, and he gives the returner a lot of time to make some moves. You see right here, by the time Mo Harris gets the ball, he's still got 10, 12 yards before there's a defender in the way, but they got down there quickly and did a real good job of team tackling, as you see.
Terriers come out on 1st down and 10 yards to go. Battle is the tailback for the Hillsborough Terriers. T. Langston, the quarterback, wants to throw. He'll drop it out. Pass complete out there for the Terriers. The first one to Rodney Lang of the evening, and Lang will come up very close to a 1st down.
They could probably run that play 10 times a game if they want, because with their running attack, the way they play off of their receivers because they want so many guys inside to stop the running attack. They go ahead and leave their corners off the wideouts, and Rodney Lang makes a nice catch, bring up 2nd and 1 yard.
Ball is spotted right at midfield here at Dad Stadium. 2nd down and 1 yard to go. Double wideouts left side. Battle again the tailback. Martin the fullback in the eye. Ball is handed to Battle. Battle, big hole, 1st down and then some. Dexter Battle all the way down to Plant's 34.
They can't let this get out of hand. They can't let the size beat them down in the 4th quarter. They're going to have some kind of a big surge.
Boy, you can just see power there from Dexter Battle. Once he gets it into that secondary, he's pretty tough to bring down.
Very tough.
So a 1st and 10 now for Hillsborough. The ball at Plant's 33-yard line. Once again, it's Battle and Martin in the backfield behind Langston. Battle once again with the ball, same spot, same run, and very close to another 1st down. Goes big Dexter Battle. And it looks like he's going to get it. 1st down, Hillsborough.
They always talk about it when you have a size disadvantage, you say, we'll wear him down, and in the 4th quarter, that's when we'll really take advantage. And right now, that's what's happening. Dexter Battle is just finding some good holes, and he is plowing through them. But the Plant Panthers just need somebody to come in and really pump them up. One big play, and they'll be back in this.
Leaks with the tackle on that play for Plant. Official spot of the ball is the 21-yard line. 1st down and 10 yards to go now for Hillsborough. Ball handed Battle, gonna go left side. Dexter Battle runs over people, gets down near the 15-yard line. That will bring up a 2nd down now for Hillsborough. And once again, Leaks on the stop for Plant. And an official timeout for a water break, as once again we see the power of Dexter Battle right there.
Steps out of an arm tackle on the ground and then just powers his way ahead.
15-13 is our score. 5:58 remaining in the game. Hillsborough leading Plant. The Terriers have led throughout, but it has been close. And right now, Jeff, we're actually just that 1-2 point conversion away from having ourselves a tie.
It's really that safety we keep talking about, that is looming large here in the 4th quarter. But when they took it, I thought it wasn't a bad move, because they could have found themselves in bigger trouble if they gave Hillsborough great field position. They could have had a chance to go in for the 7 points instead of the 2. But here at the end of the game, when you're down by 2, you think about it and say, well, shoot, that might have been something that we shouldn't have done.
Yeah, it's always hard to second guess yourself on a situation like that. We're really not sure whether Plant actually took the safety. The snap was pretty high, though. It certainly went over everybody's head, but keep in mind that the punter in that situation, Miles, was standing at the back of the end zone. 2nd down and 5 yards to go now for Hillsborough. Langston gives the ball to the up-back on the play. This is Martin, and Martin will push his way down, very close to the 10-yard line and very close to a 1st down. 3rd down now for Hillsborough, 3rd and 2. And this certainly appears to be 2-down territory for the Terriers. A touchdown now would all but put this one out of reach.
Yes, especially with this methodical attack. They really use a lot of time off the clock, and it will be tough for Plant to come back if they get a touchdown here.
3rd and 2. Battle sweeps right, very close. This will depend on the spot. Good job by Plant to stack up. Dexter Battle, and this time it's too close to call. They're going to bring the sticks out, and you can watch with us and see whether Hillsborough gets the 1st down. Keep in mind it was 3rd down, so the Terriers will get another crack at it here if they don't get it.
I think it's a 1st down. I just don't think here in the 4th quarter you take any chances. The referees don't want the coaches on their backs if it's anywhere close, and he gets the 1st down by half of a football.
And you can see there, Hillsborough now, 1st and 10 just outside the 10-yard line. That means that the Terriers can still get a 1st down before they score a touchdown.
That was a pretty good eye from about 75 yards away, wasn't it?
I thought that was very good.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell.
It was just a guess.
5:06 to go, and of course the clock is running here at Dad Stadium. Hillsborough trying to wear down the Panthers rather here in the 4th quarter, push across a clinching touchdown. Langston keeps the ball, flag down. Langston tackled in the backfield. Big time play that time by Plant. Jeff Karen, the 5'10", 215-pound senior, with a stop.
He did a really good job here of not going with the flow, staying back, and making Nicky make a decision. And there really was no decision to be made. He was just all over him.
There was an illegal motion penalty against Hillsborough. Looks like it will probably be declined here by Plant, as the Pantherettes continue to try to exhort their club on here at Dad Stadium.
Yeah, definitely. It is declined. It should, and that is definitely the right call to make. You got to bring up the second down, especially when you make a big play like that. Looks like they got almost more than 5 yards on the stop.
Loss of about 6 on the play, so we'll call it 2nd and 16 from the 17. And once again, referee Tom Powers having a few words with Roland Acosta. And now coming back out onto the field, and it might have been the band. Band was pretty loud. Not sure if that wasn't it. And now Powers is heading over to Hillsborough coach Earl Garcia. So we're not sure what this is. But Powers heading back out. So with 4:48 to go, Hillsborough will be looking at a 2nd down and 16 yards to go.
I hope that wasn't anything to do with the band, because if you take that out of the game, you know, that's really what high school football is all about. Just getting fired up and excited with the people in the stands, having a good time.
Harris and Battle in the backfield on 2nd and 16. Harris gets the ball right side, and a nice job by Plant. He surrounded him from behind. Harris got the ball across the 15 to the 13, but that's about all.
Really interesting the way Coach Garcia uses his running backs. He's got a stable full of talented ones, and he just mixes them in. I haven't found out a real trend in the way he does it, but it just seems like it's power and then speed. But Mo Harris, the top quality running back in the ball game.
3rd down, 12 yards to go for a Hillsborough 1st down. This is Langston. He's going to pitch. Harris, left side. Mo cuts in, still on his feet, trying to be dragged down, and they have got him, and he will not get the 1st down. And that was a great shot. Harris almost lost his shirt. It looks like Leaks was holding on for dear life, and he enabled his teammates to make the play. And let's see, watch Harris's shirt on this one. Jeff, it looks like he almost lost. Look at Leaks right there hanging on. Actually, that was Thompson hanging on, and he really made the play.
He really did. I thought Mo Harris was going to make a cut to the outside and run in untouched. He decided to take the inside route and ran into a couple of Panthers, which brings up 4th down. I would kick a field goal here.
Well, Hillsborough's going to call a timeout to talk about it. 3:14 to go. I guess if you look at it, if you kick the field goal, you put yourself out of field goal range.
Definitely.
So that's important.
With only 3:14 left, the Panthers have a good offense, but it's not, a huge play attack. So they're going to take a little bit of time to try to get the ball down the field. And when you're up above 3, you put yourself in a good position. Right here, they're 5 yards away. So that's not high percentage. Go ahead and kick it, get your 3 points, and take a 5-point lead.
Our score is 15-13 in favor of Hillsborough. If the Terriers could kick a field goal here, that would give them a 5-point lead and would force Plant to have to score a touchdown to win. On the other hand, if Hillsborough runs and gets it, then the game is about over. And you can see Earl Garcia right there talking to his club, and it looks like, Jeff, they're going to come out and go for it.
I guess the thinking here is if you don't get it, they've got to go 95 yards to beat you, or at least get into field goal range, which is still a good distance.
And again, without Justin Terrell, their field goal kicker, that may also have weighed a little bit in Garcia's decision. Well, here we go. 4th down, a long 4, short 5. Langston's going to drop, going to throw, incomplete. He had Mo Harris out there, but he just overthrew him. And with 3:10 to go in the game, the Panthers get a life.
That's emotional boost for the Panthers. You see them come out. I'll bet you they blow some big holes, but if 3:10 left, they're going to have to do it in a hurry.
Plant will take over on downs at their own 5-yard line. The Panthers 95 yards from a touchdown. But as Jeff mentioned earlier, they don't need a touchdown. They just need a field goal, so they don't have to go as far, but they've still got a long, long way to go. Korn will hand off to the fullback. Kane, the ball carrier, will not get to the 10-yard line, and he's got just about every white shirt on the field on top of him. Kareem Young, you can see, one of the last guys off the pile.
Talking about inexperience from the quarterback. When you have an experienced quarterback, maybe a senior quarterback that's played for a while, he can run a 2-minute offense. Here, they're running the play still in, and they're going to take 30 to 40 seconds to get each play off. they're going to have some huge plays here, or they're just not going to be able to do it. You see here, they just get piled up on the inside.
And let's see if Korn puts the ball up here on 2nd down and 7. He does not. He runs straight ahead with Trammell, and Trammell is snuffed out right at the line of scrimmage, and our clock now down to 2:20, and it continues to run here at Dad Stadium.
They should really take a timeout here before the they don't have a 2-minute warning in high school. I almost said
very good.
Wait for the 2-minute warning. I got caught on that a couple of weeks ago. Sounded sort of stupid, but I would take a timeout here because they're spending 40 seconds between plays.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go. We are inside of 2 minutes now remaining in the game. Plant needs a big play in the worst way. 3 wideouts left side. Bricklemeyer, Trammell, and Jolly. Korn drops, got pressure. Jolly makes the catch on the screen, right side. Patrick Jolly still on his feet. He'll get the 1st down out to the 20, but that's all. And right now, Plant's going to run out of time. The clock is stopped with 1:38 to go, and we have an injured Terrier on the field back at the 7-yard line. So the clock will sit there for just a minute.
I don't know if that's the 4th or the 5th time they've tried that play, but Patrick Jolly did everything on that play. It was all individual effort. He was hit as soon as he got the ball. Should have been stopped right away, but he used his power to get out of it and make the 1st down.
Well, if the Panthers wind up losing, they'll probably go back and look and say should have and could have with a long touchdown pass to Jolly that was called back because of the holding penalty. As you can see right here, you're right, boy. Now watch this play by Jolly. He gets away from Kareem Young, and then he just sheds people everywhere.
All individual effort. Tonight there's been over 150 yards of penalties, and that was one of the biggest. You don't count it a penalty yardage, but they got a touchdown, a 50-something yard play called back because of holding.
1st down, 10 yards to go from the 20-yard line. Game clock down to 1:35. Triple wide out right side this time for Plant. Korn wants to throw. Here comes Benoit. Pass is complete to Jolly over the middle. Jolly cuts it back, still on his feet, down to the 40-yard line. Another 1st down for Plant.
I'm going to make a prediction here. If they run that play one more time, it's going to be an interception. That is the same exact play that they just ran to the other side. They think Patrick Jolly can go ahead and take this all the way, but somebody on Hillsborough Terrier defense is going to stand up and pick that pass off and go the opposite way. Patrick
Jolly, formerly the quarterback of this football team, now turns into the tailback catching the screen pass, and he makes another big play here. 1st down and 10 yards to go from the 40-yard line. Korn drops. Across the middle, pass will be complete to Casey Miles. Miles will get close to a 1st down at the 50. Looks like they're going to say he's probably a foot shy. And so it should bring up 2nd down, 1:04 to go. And right now, Jeff, you got to say the Panthers are marching it down there, getting it close to field goal range.
They sure are. They're making a great run at it. They've got a minute left. 1:04 left to do it, and they're going to get a few extra yards here on the penalty.
So it looks like a big penalty coming up here against the Terriers at the end of the play. And boy, what a difference this will make. It will be a 1st down, no question about that now, thanks to the penalty. Here's referee Tom Powers. Penalty, Hillsborough, 1st down. And now they're going to march it off. They're going to march it off from the original line of scrimmage, so the Panthers get 5 more out of it, but that puts the ball in Hillsborough territory at the 45-yard line, and with 1:04 to go, Hillsborough calls a timeout.
Last season, Chad Thompson, their kicker, had a 48-yarder to win a game, and they've only got to get a few more yards to make that possible here.
Plant probably within 2 1st downs of being in field goal range. The ball is at the 45-yard line. 1:04 to go, plenty of time, and it's interesting how this drive has developed. The first 2 plays were running plays that were basically wiped out.
Oh yeah, I thought they were in big trouble. They got drilled at the line of scrimmage 2 plays in a row, and then that 3rd down, again, Patrick Jolly just made everything happen. So far, Patrick Jolly, this is his drive.
Yeah, it really is. And as you said earlier, he has made every play on that screen pass every time. Most of that has been just great individual effort on the part of Patrick Jolly. Well, let's see what happens here. Both teams back out. Plenty of time for Plant. 1:04 remaining in the game. This time they're back into the I backfield with Trammell the tailback. This is Jolly in motion to the right. Korn fakes the handoff, drops the throw, going to go deep right side. Jolly is out there, incomplete. Flag is down, and that's going to be pass interference against Hillsborough. It's going to go against Marvin Martin, and that will move the ball a little closer to that field goal range.
Very interesting. I don't think he could have made this catch even if he didn't get dragged down. The ball was flat and to the outside. He would have really had to have made a great move to get to the ball, but because he was tackled, that's all the referee saw.
And of course in high school it is marched off from the line of scrimmage. So it will be a 15-yard penalty, and you can watch here and you can see it looks like he had him by the ankle as he went down.
Yeah, he sure did. He tripped him before he got there.
And we'll come back with more right after this.
Gosh, Darlene, it sure is amazing how much we have in common.
I know, Larry. We both love three-car pileups. We both were built in Buffalo.
And we both know wearing safety belts helps save thousands of lives.
Yeah, this is fascinating.
Don't mind Vince. He's getting over a bad breakup.
I know. Janet's picking up the pieces, too. They're in here.
I wish they understood it's all worth it to get people to buckle up.
Hey, lacerated lovebirds, I sense a major crush.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Talk about head over heels.